1,
2,
3, let's go!
After an early morning rush to the market to satisfy my craving for banana bread, we caught the first ferry out of Savai'i to Upolu. What we soon found out was that there's actually 2 ferries that cross this stretch of water, and the one we caught yesterday was the nice one. Our 3-hour smooth journey yesterday was now a 5-hour roller coaster ride on a container ship with seats, causing me to almost pass out and a number of the passengers to actually vomit all over the deck. So word from the wise, if you're catching the ferry in Samoa, make sure you catch Lady Samoa, not the other one. We've organised to do another tour today, and one that's a little bit more hands-on. Unfortunately, that means I have to leave my film camera behind and shoot the rest of the day on my GoPro. But before we do that, we're dropping our bags off at our next hotel. Compared to our house on sticks, this place is a castle. And in the 42-degree weather, the lino and air conditioning is a very welcome sight. Where we're staying is about 10 minutes walk from the centre of Samoa's capital city, Apia, at a very nice $100 a night. Our pickup for the tour is at a nearby church, and oddly enough, it's a church that I actually went to and filmed when I was here as a kid. That old man that kind of looks like Yoda is my grandfather. The history of Christianity in the islands is a conflicted one, because as with most indigenous cultures in history, Christianity was forced upon Samoans during colonization. When missionaries arrived here, they didn't just bring Christianity, they actually made Samoan spirituality illegal. The people here weren't allowed to practice their traditions anymore. So while Christianity has brought a lot of good things to Samoa since, there are still some scars left behind from its introduction. And as you can see from just how this one church has changed since I was here last, there's also a lot of money involved. These cathedral-like churches are undeniably beautiful, but as a descendant of chiefs, I've always found them sort of bittersweet. Outside the church, we met up with Daryl, our tour guide, a bloody good guy and an Australian that moved here a couple years ago. The first place he takes us is also very familiar, the Pula cave pools. I also came here as a child, because the land that the school, church and pools reside on was gifted by my great-grandfather, Waterfall, and my family village is right next to it. Fun/scary fact, this little beach used to be the middle of the village, but sea levels have risen so much that it's now the edge of the village. The cave pools here are significant because they're freshwater cave pools. Just like the lava tunnels we saw in Savai'i, except these ones over time filled with water from under the earth. Daryl takes us to the back of the cave and shows us an underwater tunnel just wide enough for a single person to squeeze through and come up on the other side of the cliff. It's a real trust exercise because it's pitch black down there, and if you get stuck, nobody would know. But I didn't come here to play it safe. Now, just in case you were wondering, this is what it's like to swim through an underwater tunnel. Also, it helps if you can hold your breath for a while. Now hear me out, this next bit is less amazing, but I just want to show you because I was very impressed. This is the toilet. Yes, I know I'm showing you a toilet, but look at it. It's a garden toilet. I mean, look at this. What a relaxing place to do your business, right? Now I should have mentioned before that Daryl takes the tours in his ute. So you have the option of sitting in the cab or in the trailer. But my theory is that if I sit in the trailer, then I'll dry quicker, so long as it doesn't rain. Which it did. In which case, I just stayed in the trailer anyway because I was having fun. Now I can't say the location of this next place or link it in the description below because Daryl likes to keep these things on the down low. So if you really want to check it out, contact Daryl. A link to his page is below. But it involved a bit of an upstream jungle hike. Which was fine until I found these hatched eggs near some bamboo thickets. Now, I never found out what animal they belonged to, and Daryl unnervingly said that he'd never seen them before. So, if you're watching this and you do know, please comment and let me know how close to death I was. At the end of our walk, we were met with a stunning waterfall and freshwater pool. Just amazing. From there, we headed out to get some lunch at the Ocean Cabin, which was great once we got there, but not so great on the drive there. Usually rain on your face is quite relaxing, but at 100 k's an hour, it is like having people throw stones at your face. This quick changing tropical weather is welcome though, because if you get soaking wet in the rain, the sun will dry you off 10 minutes later. Daryl lets us know that this is a popular spot for the turtles to pick at the seaweed. So ignoring the advice of my mum, I went swimming straight after eating. Also, I forgot to mention this earlier, that at all of the places that Daryl has taken us, we each paid a 5 tala donation fee directly to the village. There's usually an elder or designated person at the front of each village that collects these. And it's a really good way of making sure that the tourism industry serves the people that take care of the land that the tourists are visiting. After only about 10 minutes of pacing the reef, it finally happened. My first wild sea turtle encounter. and just as quickly as he appeared, he was gone. Definitely, hands down, one of the most amazing experiences of my life. After so much adventure, at this point I was ready to call it a day. But on the way home, Daryl made one more stop for us. The Savai'i Giant Clam Sanctuary. Yeah, you heard me right. Giant Clam Sanctuary. Just like something out of Pokemon, Daryl advises us to look but don't touch, as the clams can snap shut at any point with enough force to crush your hand. So keeping my distance, I finished the day by circling over these prehistoric marvels in absolute awe. I didn't even know these animals existed. Next time on Adventure Samoa, we're going to see how coconut oil is made, dive into a giant hole in the ground, and find us some traditional fire dances. As always, thanks for watching, and cheers Samoa. What a day.